Welcome back to another episode of Bros and Cons.
We got a couple of announcements to make, and we had there's actually another guest that's meant to be here. He's our little brother named fucking Nux.
Fucking Nux couldn't make it. Came up with some shitty excuse again. So
he's actually due to be on for a few episodes now. He hasn't been on for the same reason he's not on today. The bloke just sleeps through the whole day, hibernates like a grizzly bear.
You guys need to G him up, man.
But the reason why we want to bring him on because he's very much a part of everything, but he doesn't like being in front of cameras.
Yeah.
So free fucky, bro. Free fucky.
Tell us about these announcements, lads.
So last episode, if you guys remember, we bring out OxyShred cans, and I was sipping on it, and we spoke about it like it was pretty much the start of the podcast.
Oh yeah,
and man, we got a surprising message from the owner of OxyShred.
Yeah.
Man, that is how big this podcast is getting, man. It's just shocking, bro.
He's reached out and he sent us a couple of their flavors and packages of drinks for us to test out. So we're still waiting for the waiting for the drinks, but yeah, man, fuck. Shout out to EHP Labs, man.
You know what's mad about that? We actually drink OxyShred normally as per normal. It's always in the vending machine at our local gym. It's at every 7-Eleven, and it's cracker overall. Yeah. So if you're like up at night time and like, you know, when you feel like drinking something but not like water and not an energy drink because it's like 10 p.m. Bro, OxyShred.
Yeah. And man, apparently he's from Western Sydney. So, wow, that is crazy, man. That's Western Sydney for you.
Can't wait to meet this guy, bro. And it goes in line with what we do, you know, because we love health, fitness. It's a part of what we do, man. Definitely the opposite of like being on the booze and like partying and that. Nothing against any of you that are still partying and that. It's just not something that we're going to be promoting over here. As you know, we've struggled with it in the past with the benders and all that. It can be a very, very vicious ongoing cycle.
Yeah. I do remember there was a time, even when we were going through a dark phase, we were probably still drinking and getting on drugs. But one priority that I remember about Jay Lex is that even though we were going through a bender, he had to leave at least an hour or two for a gym session.
Yeah, bro. I was cooked, bro. Bro, you know, bro, this is actually a funny story. And I'm going to tell it because I don't want anyone to do what I done. So, my pre-workout, if you can guess, was creatine. Yeah. My pre-workout was creatine, and I'd have a lot of it, bro.
50% creatine.
Yeah, I'd have creatine, like the creatine, and then I'd like that time I was thinking like, cause it gave me like a good made me buzzy,
it was a real OxyShred,
like a real OxyShred, and I used to like be able to pump PRs and that. But then I found out later, like, it was not good. I'm surprised I didn't die from a stroke or heart attack. Because the reason why people take booger sugar with alcohol is because alcohol is a downer and rack is an upper. So you need to balance it out.
Yeah.
But what I was doing upper and upper. So I was doing bench off my chest and like I was like banging off my head.
You seem to not care about that.
Nah.
The side effects and like what the damage it could do to you.
Yeah.
And
with anything too, like you'll probably damage your wallet at the pub, but you're like, I'll sort it out tomorrow.
Yeah. And what do you think it's important for a man to keep up to date?
So I have this theory, right? And no one, like, I don't know if you don't have to agree with me, but being in the business game, when I conduct business, I seem to it's in our nature to prejudge someone. It's in our nature. Like there's nothing you can do about it. If you're walking in the middle of the night and you see a group of boys walking towards you, you have to prejudge that something potentially could happen. It's just in our nature. We prejudge everything. So in my time in the business world, I would prejudge another man if he wasn't at least physically decent. Because in my head, if you can't look after your own body, which is 100% in your control, how am I going to trust you to look after our contract or my work? So that's my theory. And I used to always think about that. And that drove me. It drove me because I wanted to be physically fit so that I fit the part and I'm comfortable in my skin to pitch whatever I'm talking about.
I think Jay's got a massive point. It's a form of physical expression, a silent expression, where you can ultimately you can ultimately just judge someone straight off their appearance, but you can just tell if they're bullshitting about whatever they're talking about.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they like someone's physical appearance. It shows how much they're disciplined with their own body.
Yeah.
So when they look a certain way, then it's almost like you can trust what they're saying because they're about what they're saying.
Yeah.
I've got to lead by example. I've got to be the role model. So if my kids growing up to watch me, it's important that I give off that physical, that expression to my son, my kid, and even to my partner as well. So it's not only for me, my own mental health, but it's like almost everyone around me, everyone that I love and everyone that I care about. They feed off my energy as well.
100.
So when I'm taking care of myself, then they're taking care of themselves. But I feel like it's so important. But just when you're taking care of yourself, but you're doing more than just taking care of yourself. But
And you know what? It also makes you, as a father and husband, it makes you more comfortable and confident in your own skin to be able to assert dominance, not dominance in a abusive way, but being able to assert dominance in the alpha way that you're supposed to man your house. So, for example, like I wouldn't feel comfortable to tell my missus, oh, can you make me this? Can you make me that? Or tell my kids, oh, go to your room and clean your room when I can't even pull myself off a bar. Like, what the hell? Yeah. What the hell? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I need to be able to physically hold my own weight on a bar before I can even assert dominance in my own household. And it just makes sense to me that you have to lead by example. Like, that's just all it is, bro. You just... Like it adds your own confidence into your voice if you know that you're actually pushing your weight and you're doing what you're saying, what you're telling other people to do, Yeah,
100%. I feel like Goggins says it the best too, but you got to be able to carry the boats, bro, eventually.
That guy's a machine, lad.
That guy's a machine, bro. And he's not even the biggest cunt, but you just see the way he is, bro. He's a hectic role model, bro, for men, bro, in general.
And I think another thing that fitness is great for is that, bro, it's a healthy vice. Like a lot of people, when we stop drinking and stop doing drugs, guess what? You got a lot of free time. You're gonna notice this. If you choose a sober life, you're gonna have a very boring life. And what else better to fit in those free time than to fix your fitness? So it's something healthy. Get out there with your kids, with your missus. Go for hikes. Doesn't even need to be bodybuilding, lad. Just go for hikes. Go for walks. Go outdoors, bro. Get in the sun. Touch some grass.
Touch some grass. The next thing we're going to talk about, relationships. I completely forgot what we were going to talk about.
Hey, listen. I've been doing some vlogs. I started up a YouTube channel, and I did mention on my YouTube channel that the reason why I wanted to do my own personal vlogs is because I feel like I don't want to take too much out of these podcasts when we get other guests on, and even my brothers. Like, we all have such complex lives, even us brothers as individuals, which they will be telling their story either on this platform or their own in the near future. But we all have such interesting backgrounds and stories, and I don't want to bombard this beautiful podcast that we already have with my stories. So people that want to know a little bit more about me, I've shared a little bit up there, and I'm actually overwhelmed with the amount of love and support that I've been getting in the last... Bro, I think I just reached over 2K subscribers.
Well, just put a hand in for that.
Right.
At the end of the day, there's always someone that can look up to these certain things. And he's basically just went about the truth. So you never know. There's always someone out there that could be going through the same thing. That learns a lot from these things. And it's very important.
And we're pretty much... What I'm also trying to do in the vlogs is I'm trying to become the elder that I needed when I was young for someone else. So when I was young, I've mentioned before, half my elders left silently and the other half didn't like me. So I didn't really have I didn't have a template to go off. So I'm pretty much trying to become that. I'm trying to become that bridge where I can reach younger people that want to know, just want to know anything about my time in the streets and all the places where I went wrong and how I can advise them on the better ways to go about things. You know, it's gonna be too much to tell it all here, but I will tell it out in the vlog. I do want to say this thing though. Me and my brothers, we're all the same. We've never changed how we were in the scene, and even to this day, we roam everywhere by ourselves or with our missus. We've never been people to go around in groups and stuff. And even in times like that, even after those boys tried to jump me, it never changed me. I still walked around by myself or with my missus. Because it started to become popular in the Oz jewel scene that if you rap it there about other boys, then all of a sudden people you start rolling around in groups. You start rolling around in groups. Boys will go like 10 deep to a coffee shop to get
security
a coffee.
team.
And it was never like that before. Sydney was never like that.
When
we used to have a brawl, you had to be set up. It was organized.
It was actually organized, eh?
Yeah,
that's true.
You're never hitting someone like randomly, like if you catch them on the spot, like the way the UK does it. You know how UK like they're roaming around like looking for schools and that.
It's like I feel like it was these days. It's more like dog shots. Like it's more of like a hit from behind, like a drive by or or jump someone. It's like where any opportunity you can get. I feel like that's where we've gotten to. Whereas
pretty much what the UK does.
Pretty much.
Wake, lad, wake.
Like there's multiple ways you can look at it, but the best way to look at it is that like it's just best to stay out of the street. If you're someone like that is old fashioned and you like to have one-on-ones and you're a man of honor, stay away from the streets because honorable men don't belong there. The street is a land of the lawless. They don't follow laws over there, lad. That's what you need to remember. So it's just best for you guys to stay out. Make something of your life, lad. You know, a lot of the boys that are still in the rap scene, it'd be harder for them to construct something in the real world. You got to remember this, that what we're doing, our entrepreneurship, the reason why we're so strong on entrepreneurship is because a lot of boys that leave the street, it's hard for them and they relapse because they have nothing to move forward to because that's all they know. They only know that side.
Speaking of entrepreneurship, if you guys didn't know, we just began a side quest for Bros and Cons, and we've just been going out. We went out to West Ryde to interview this guy, and he just opened up a mama's chicken shop.
Yeah.
I'm
New
pretty
series
sure
called Make or Break.
Make or Break, yeah. That's what we're calling it. But we basically go all around Sydney and we interview these owners, these shop owners, CEOs, or whoever they are. What's their background? You know, how did they get to where they are today?
Yeah.
And what's the advice for the youngins out there that want to pursue entrepreneurship?
Amazing.
And it's amazing. It's an amazing thing that Malik bring up to me, and I thought, yeah, bro, well, that's a cracker idea, bro.
Beautiful idea.
You know, these youngins get to finally know about the business world, you know?
And it's very, the reason why I was excited for this is because learning about entrepreneurship, I could never learn from the big dogs, the boys that are already up there.
Yeah.
So one thing that was crucial for me was to go and maybe interview people that are coming off the ground, because the only way to learn is to learn from the person next to you. You can't learn from the person that's 20 steps ahead of you.
Yeah.
It's hard to learn from them, you know. They had different
that's true.
situations, you know, in their time. Like the best people you want to learn from is the people that are like 2 steps ahead of you. That way you can learn how to start. These guys are coming off the ground. You got to learn how to get your foot in the door. And it's very exciting because I feel like I personally learned a lot of things just being like that type of person that I was in that video, or that we were doing, like being inquisitive and asking around. Good news, bro. We started this new series, Make or Break. We're gonna go and pretty much do the work for you.
Yeah. You know what's mad is because we want to shine light on these people that are like going out and get out there and making risks. Because for a long time we've been putting the light on the wrong people, people that are profiting on the destruction of our people. And I'll be the first to lift my hand and say that we were a part of that. We played a big part of profiting off the destruction of our people. And that was one of the biggest reasons why we stripped down all of our music from the 21 District YouTube page because it wasn't about money for us. We didn't want to even get paid for all of the we understood fully the whole concept. It's one thing to say that you've changed, but people need to see action. You can't just say you changed and then you're still profiting off money on the side. You know what I mean? When we said that we changed, we put our foot down, we anchored and we locked in, and we didn't know how this is gonna go, but we just said, you know what, this is our decision, this is the pathway. We need to be all in it. We can't be halfway in, halfway out. So yeah, praise God for everything that He's given us, and you know, just for guiding us, because I feel like even as bad as our past has been, me and my brothers, I feel like God has given us a platform where we can truly help people. And yeah.
Speaking of that, what do you reckon is the basic tools you need to get your foot in the door?
Lad, you guys want some free game. Okay.
Send us some free game, bro. Giving you the
All right. Bro, you know what's funny? I've been seeing, it's good. I've been seeing a lot of people starting to push a lot of help, and that's what we need. We need the bigger dogs to come in and help us. Like smaller people invest and grow. But there's a lot of key information that I feel like there's still a big market for us to tell our people, and it's for free. Everything I'm going to tell you guys now is for free. You don't need to sign up for any like BS course or anything. I want you guys to like be where I'm at now, or like even further than me, bro. I'm the first one. I'll push you behind you. So you guys have to get into property, bro. You have to. Starting a business is one thing, but getting into property is so important if you want to create real wealth. This is money so creating a business, there's always going to be money accumulating there, but it's money that you have to push. You have to be behind it. Whereas property is money accumulating while you sleep. Now, one of the common things that's happening in our people is that we don't have good credit. So that's like the main thing of how that's a massive problem. Good news. I've got a good getaway for you. This is how I got in. So what you want to do, if you know a close family member that owns a house, you know someone that owns property, even if it's a small apartment, if you know a close family friend or family member that has a house, that's your doorway in. You want to go up to that person and ask them, what's the repayments on the house? How much do they owe left? Make a backdoor deal with them where you will pay back a certain amount. Like let's just say you tell them, I'll take the property off you. Let me do all the repayments. I'll fix up everything. Just as an example, just to have your name in a trust under that title, or get your name into the title. But then now that your foot is in the title, you can use that title, go to the bank and borrow against it. That
is key.
That is an idea. That's how I got into property.
So you had to find a family member first.
I had to find a family member. Find that family member.
Find the family member. If you don't have a family member, find the partner, missus that will have a family member.
You know, if you truly want to find someone, you will. And I really believe this. You know how when we used to smoke and that, and if you really want a cigarette, you'll find one.
Yeah.
And it's the same concept with this. If you really want to get into property, you will. You have to want to, you know? That's enough free game, bro. I already gave you too much, bro. That's too much.
Yeah, bro. I reckon you could find a good friend you could trust too. Maybe could be someone that you met in the work industry or whatever industry you're in.
Yeah.
Maybe his dad or maybe his family already own property, and you just happen to meet him at work.
Meet him.
And then like, bro, you guys could collab something right there.
Make a backdoor agreement, like and maybe he's gonna say no. Move to the next person.
You never know.
Keep trying until you can get a foot in the door. See what repayments they have left, and say, look, let me repay the rest of it. And you're not doing it for fun. Say, let me repay the rest of it. We'll sort up a contract. Let's just say you have to pay off. Let's just say there's 100,000 left. You have to pay off that. You make a contract where that 100,000 will stay there in the equity, and then when they do sell their property in future, they can do a reevaluation of what that 100,000 is worth in the profit of the equity. So then you can get a little bit more back on top. then you're making money, and you also got a title under your name.
Yeah.
So you can borrow against that to get another property.
Yeah,
And then you
100%.
do that, you do that, you do that.
And then it comes back.
Bro.
It comes back to being trustworthy as well. This is why it's very important,
Keeping your
like your
word.
personality traits and the way you are as a man, because people can only trust you if you are a good person.
Yeah.
And so that's maybe that's one thing you guys could work on. Maybe just work on your loyalty, everything that you do on a daily basis. I know a lot of people talk about they can't trust this person, you can't trust this person, but what about yourself? Who can trust you?
Yeah, and no one's gonna trust you, bro, if you're banging in the streets.
100%. That's good for the young drillers.
If you're a
too,
drill
you know?
rapper, bro, ain't nobody gonna trust you for property, man.
And you know, it was bound for us to take this pathway because we've actually had a lot of good people that knew about our backgrounds and who actually trusted us, because everything on the scene was just total rubbish, bro.
Yeah.
This is mad that we're bringing this to light, bro. I feel like this could shed like more light, especially to our Polynesian community. I know there's like 90% of Polynesians that don't really know about the property market.
Yeah.
And it's important what Jay is saying, bro. You guys could learn a thing or two, bro.
Yeah,
And
bro,
Con's giving you the ropes.
Giving you the ropes. And if you guys haven't noticed by now, this is completely a freestyle. As you guys realize why we keep looking at each other, bro, this banana was supposed to come here, and now we're
Stuffed up the whole
we're
segment.
sitting here with our pants around our ankles, just trying to like keep this podcast going.
Yeah.
And you know what's shocking to me with Polynesians, lad? I noticed in Sydney alone, a lot of the industries, like big industries, are run by islanders, and islanders are managing a lot of things. And whether it comes to construction or warehouse, some of these islanders are running the whole joint.
Yeah.
And it confused me at the fact that like some of these people are still working. For example, with scaffolding, I had a lot of boys jump on my job straight away as soon as I opened the company. And I realized that a lot of the boys I had were running their business for their employer, obviously. Yeah. And they were doing everything from calling the boys, making sure that they're awake. Are you awake to come home, like come and work with us? So they're following up with the boys. They're making sure the boys are coming on time. They're running the whole site. They're doing everything that's supposed to be done. Yeah. This could be a big wake-up call for a lot of you guys, but a lot of you guys that are running places, but you have to get your foot in the door. And you guys should be making what the employer is making.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And I feel like, man, like times are changing, and I feel like our Polynesian people are finally starting to know their worth. Yeah. And it's amazing. I'm very happy to be living in a time where I can see a lot of our people making it up there. And I'll be honest with you, even my enemies, people that don't necessarily like me or hate me, I want our people to excel. And I'd be a hypocrite to say here that I'd only want the Polynesians that I like. Nah. I want everyone to excel, even at the expense of people that don't like me. So as long as our people are getting to a place where we're going to be on the Forbes list or something, you know. I
feel like anyone can start something off like the bare minimum, like even $2,000 or $5,000.
Even $2,000 or $5,000, I reckon. Even just word of mouth. If you're a good
100%.
bullshitter, son. If you're a good bullshitter like Jay Lex, brother, you'll be able to talk your way into groups, the important rooms, you know?
Yeah.
And when you're in important rooms, there's another good thing to touch up on is being able to be articulate. I think that it's important for us to know how to talk, because for us islanders, especially us boys, speaking is not our second nature, so we grow up talking with these all the time. We lash out in violence because we don't really know how to articulate our thoughts and our feelings. It's just deep rooted from the way our fathers were and their fathers. I don't know. I don't want. Yeah, maybe. But it is a fact that we're not natural speakers. People didn't teach us how to speak. So I'll give you guys a bit of tips on how to be able to grab attention in any room that you walk into. Just the basics. So when you walk into a room, whoever you're talking to, you want to be squared off to them. Your shoulders have to be squared off. You don't want to be a little bit here. You don't want to be a little bit there. You don't want your hands in your pockets either. or you don't want to even have your hands folded because this shows disinterest or anxiety. You don't want to show those things.
Number one Aussie rule, but don't put your hands in your pocket.
Don't put your hands in your pocket. Now, look, you can have one hand in your pocket, but two hands in your pocket is a big no-no. Don't do that. See, if you have one hand in your pocket and you're talking like this, that's fine. It's laid back. But mostly, I like to have my hands like at my waist over here, either interlocked like that, or palmed, or even knuckle sandwich. I love the knuckle sandwich. As long as it's over here.
You like the knuckle sandwich?
Right, you know why I love the knuckle sandwich? Because from here, it's easy to illustrate. You can illustrate and draw what you want to say. See? You can just talk like this, like that. But I always love to have it waist height and show my neck. This is why. I have another theory. This is another theory. Showing your neck the neck in the animal kingdom is a very vulnerable part. What happens when the animals are getting chased by lions? They go for the neck straight away because that's the most vulnerable part. That's where the main arteries are for. So when animals are scared, what do? They tuck their neck away. Boxers, they're taught to keep their chin down, tuck their neck away. You show your neck as a form of alpha. So when I'm showing my neck, see when I'm talking like this, it looks like I know what I'm talking about, even if I'm talking shit. You know what I mean? But you see what I mean?
Hey, giving you the ropes, man.
This is giving you the ropes. Whereas see if I'm talking like this, like, yeah, man, pass the plate, lad. You know what I mean? Whereas if you're talking like this, you show your neck and you have your chest, you have your chest up, your shoulders relaxed, you have your hands here, bro. You can pretty much talk like you're Dwayne Johnson, like that.
Yeah. It makes a big difference, bro. And man, I'm surprised because a lot of business owners in my area can't even speak English, bro. They can't even speak. You can barely understand these guys, and that was something that hit my mind. That was very important for me when stepping into business. And 80% of the time that I've worked in my whole entire life, I've worked for people that can't speak English. They can't put a sentence together.
Yeah,
but they know how to.
So true,
they know how to hold themselves as a
action speak.
The actions speak.
And then you got these youngins that have been to school their lives and they
amazing,
yeah, right.
They have no clue what's going on, bro. They're just working like slaves.
Bro, half the bosses in the world, bro, have no clue, but their workers know everything. Yeah. That's why you hire. That's like a big concept that every it's like a foolproof concept. Yeah. You don't like you get your workers to have all the credentials, but you're just a bullshitter. The boss is just
you're putting one and two together.
You're just pulling the strings from behind the curtains. Like that's why Donald Trump does that dance, lad.
I thought it was Ellen DeGeneres doing this.
And another thing, to be able to be articulate, I always say this because people call me a good speaker, but everyone is a good speaker. You just, most of the time, you just need to slow down. So a lot of people, they try to say things too fast, but if you slow down and you actually just say what you're trying to say, see, like right now, I'm slowing down and it sounds like I'm articulate, but I'm not really even saying anything. And see the hand gestures as well. Hand gestures, eye contact, having a clear voice, slowing down. Don't worry if you stutter. If you stutter, that's fine. Just go back. Go back and say it again. A lot of people, you just need to slow down when you're talking and pronounce every word. Pronounce every single word that you say.
So you got to give it to some of these Arab men and the Indian men. Like their sign language, way better than what they're saying. Yeah. Sometimes you don't got no clue what they're saying, but they're using their hands to demonstrate how they want things. The Indians, they got their heads shaking and they got their hand movements.
Well, you know, and you actually, it's weird because you know how Sydney's multicultural.
Yeah.
I kind of understand Indians, eh? Like if I'm at the petrol station and then like let's just say I'm at the coffee machine, but there's no more milk. I'll be like, "Is there any more milk, boss?" And then he'll be like, I know what he meant. He meant no, there's no more. He'll be like this. And I'll be like, oh yeah, all good. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's saying it. It's like he's saying it in a nice way.
Yeah,
like,
he's saying it in a nice way.
Yeah.
And like even like little things when I say like keep the change, and then he'll be like I know he's saying thank you, but he's not saying thank you. He's just like, you know, it's mad. Like you understand these things when you're in Sydney for a long time because it's so multicultural, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that means a lot of things, bro. It means heaps of things, eh?
Yeah.
It can mean thank you. It can mean no. It can mean yes.
It can mean like fuck you.
You reckon it all comes down to like how Polynesians just believe in this humble expression, you know, that's so deeply rooted in our culture, in our race. You know, being humble, like especially for the Tongans as well.
I think
He's just got to be humble and quiet.
I think it is an important virtue. I think as a Polynesian people, we strive best. That is one of our most important virtues of being humble. But it often gets mistaken for. Then you have a lot of anxious islanders that they're not able to voice out their opinions because we're always taught to just, you know, keep our head down, stay in the back, just do what you're told, kind of thing. Whereas we work best when we're humble, but also confident. When you're able to balance those two things and harness those two things, yeah, bro, you're superstar. Yeah,
and they need to learn how to differentiate confidence and arrogance. I reckon too. Yeah. Those are two very different things.
One thing
you can
that
just tell.
definitely tears us down is alcohol and drugs. They won't help you be They won't help you be humble or confident. You'll just be an arrogant pig. And I'm speaking that from my experience as well. And it doesn't. If there's anything that doesn't help you be articulate, it is alcohol and drugs, bro. Yeah. You start like speaking like a spinner. You start talking about yourself.
I know a lot of islanders. I know a lot of islanders that are so humble and quiet, and when they start drinking, they switch up out. They
say, "Hold on,
bro, they're like fucking. They're talking like a podcast show, lad.
Bro, like you walk out, let them drink for a bit. You come back in, and this is a different person.
Yeah, and I feel like maybe that's like what's happening in our islander community. Like a lot of us are just so humble and quiet to the point where everything gets so bottled up until you start drinking bottles on bottles, and now you're so confident. Yeah. And why did you have to like wait all that time just to?
Lad.
And it was an ongoing weekend thing. Every weekend you just want to feel that confidence. Like you can do that without drinking.
You can do it without drinking. Lad.
You just gotta like approach it. You gotta. I'm pretty sure we've
covered this. I'm so glad we keep covering this because I've had a lot of people that are struggling with addiction hit us up since we started these podcasts.
Yeah, someone did say, what advice could you give someone that's struggling with coke?
Bro, I'll tell you what. With coke, there is no other way to stop it but to just stop it. Like I can't tell you to just microdose. I remember someone saying just slowly cut it down.
Go from 8 ball down to a bag a day.
From 8 ball down to a bag a day and just microdose the lines. Bro, what?
You can't do that,
this
bro.
advice.
Yeah.
You can't. Yeah. And then, like this guy was telling me, sometimes you go have a couple lines as if it's a couple bees. It doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that.
You hit one, you gotta hit the next.
and how it is, like a lot of the boys would tell me like they've just been waiting for God to intervene because they want to stop the drugs. You have to stop the drugs to hear God. You won't be able to hear him if you're on the drugs, feeding your flesh over and over again, because that's why the devil advocates these things, is to block your hearing from him.
And it's good you mentioned that, because when you hit the drugs, that's when the devil starts getting louder.
Bro, yeah, and you start thinking that, you start spinning out, you start thinking, oh, God just showed me this. Like, you drank up with someone and they told you this, and like, bro, I think God is telling, no, bro, no, that's not. Yeah. Oh my days, bro. Fuck.
Starting to hear
voices, a lot of you guys,
He's like, bro, trust me. You know why, bro? There's a reason. There's a reason, G.
There's a reason why we're drinking Nixon idols.
Those are when they're holding you tight. Trust me, G.
On the same note, how you said that some of you are waiting for God. A lot of you, for a lot of you guys, God is waiting for you guys, and realize for yourself, so that when you come back, He's got better things to offer you.
And you got to remember, it's God. God is not to be found. He's always there. He's always there. He's just waiting for you. It's us. It's the sheep. We go astray from the shepherd. Yeah. You know, it's not God. Like people say, God left me. He never left. He's always been there. It's us. We go astray. And I think that it's amazing how a lot of people, like they blame God. Like in the atheist manner, people will blame God for like all the bad things that happen. They're like, oh, if God exists, then why is all these bad things happening? Why is these destruction happening, this and that? But when good things happen, they're like, You know,
Yeah,
no
they
one
don't
says
say
that it's
anything.
God. Like
Yeah.
these atheists are like, oh, no, that's the doctors. That's not God. God didn't do that. But as soon as something bad happens, oh, where's your God? Well, it doesn't make sense. Like, pick one. If you're either going to believe that there's a God or there's not.
It says in the Bible, man, God is giving us this beautiful gift called free will, whether you choose to do evil or you choose to do good. So
We live in the land of free will.
Yeah, and when people choose to do bad, then they've chose to do bad. Like when you choose to go and kill someone or stab someone, that wasn't God.
Yeah.
That was you. You
Yeah.
decided to do that.
And I think as well, like, we've come to a realization that, you know, it's funny because, like, you can say that God put you through all of these things, and while it sounds good to hear, it's a lot of the times it's not him, it's you.
Yeah.
You put yourself through all those things, but God bring you out of it. See, like, it's always amazing to bring it back to God for, give him the glory for what he deserves, you know?
Exactly.
God bring us out of it, and it's amazing to see the things that God can do, you know?
God bless you guys, man. That's amazing. I think we're coming to an end, but I forgot to stop the boys. I'll get lost in the conversation. I can go on for days, but and it's good where we
Oh, bro, I've been seeing those comments say sometimes when I'm talking to him, I'm like, oh, he can't. I'll look over to Rodney and be like, yeah, take it away. I don't want to get fined. Let us know
You
down.
can already hear someone typing in there.
You can already hear someone like, bro, look at this guy. Eat
Talking
ass.
J-Lex.
J-Lex, bro, shut your hole. You know what? We wanted to finish up with something special today. For all of you that don't know,
They used to call us the Jackson 5 back then. So we're gonna give you a little revealing.
Someone asked, someone asked Ronnie for another song. Someone has requested Ronnie for another song.
Someone requested me, and then I told the boys, "Look, I'm not doing solo this time, bro. We gotta do some Jackson 5 shit, bro. Straight out."
There's this beautiful song that our cousin Finor wrote. Remember Around?
Oh,
Remember Around? You want to give that a crack?
Yeah, we'll
Give it a crack. And if the blacks out in the next second,
That means I'm taking it out.
All right, you go second. I'll go third. So you go.
I'm never gonna lose, yeah. I still wanna dance with my crew, yeah. For my 21 T lads, put me on that relapse, that sort of laugh I choose, yeah.